Well, Bo, usually you're not in hotels and that kind of thing when you're home. What has it been like to treat this kind of like a road game when you're here at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's something a little different. Obviously, we haven't had our best efforts on home ice, so just trying to switch something up to change some of our fortune, I guess.
Can you compare the feeling, the vibe this morning versus Game 6?
Yeah, I think we feel good. I think we're all excited. Obviously we know what's at stake here, but I think we also feel a little more loose. A little less pressure. Coming home, playing in our own building. Excited to have our fans behind us, and yeah, I don't know, just a lot of excitement.
Even though you were behind in the last game, just watching you guys play, it didn't look like you really got in your way at all. It looked like the confidence remained throughout, obviously, since you did score the next 7 goals, but it just seemed like nothing wavered, even though you were behind.
Yeah, I think we knew we were playing well. Obviously, some bounces didn't go our way. Gave them a couple chances that they capitalized on, but everyone felt confident in what we were doing and how we were playing. So, yeah, you just continue to pick away, and we managed to battle our way back in the game and get the lead, and continue to push from there. So I thought it was our best game of the series so far.
What did you think of the way Owen battled through Game 6?
Owen, power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a really good player. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he played great. He's been great all year long, and I'm grateful to be able to be on the ice with him a bunch. He makes great plays and great reads, defends hard. So, yeah, I thought he played really well last game.
You said that you guys were loose in that game. Just how much did all the line juggling and that kind of help that? It was just that you guys gave them a different look all up and down your lineup through that game.
Yeah, I guess the changes make a difference, but at the end of the day, it's just playing to our strengths and playing how we can play. I felt like up to last game we hadn't played our best yet in the series, and like I said, that was our best game by far. So we know what we've got to do tonight, and yeah, we'll just go try to replicate Game 6 as best we can.
What do you make of the home record versus the away record? Is it pressure? How do you count for that?
I don't know. It's hard to put your finger on one thing. I don't really know, to be honest. But all we care about is tonight. We got to win one game. We'd rather have to do that at home than on the road. So we're grateful to have home ice advantage, and that's when it comes in handy in these situations.
What kind of atmosphere are you expecting in this building tonight?
It'll be good. It's been good all playoffs long, down the stretch in the regular season, so we're excited for that.
What's it been like, whether it's been Osland or Hellenus or Metza or even Shed, who haven't played games like in 2-3 weeks, and they jump in like they just played yesterday? What's that been like to have guys stay ready like that and be able to play at the level they've played at?
Yeah, you have to have that if you're going to be successful in the playoffs. There's often guys going down or coming in and out, and you have to have everyone contributing. I don't think you look at a team that's still in the playoffs right now and say it's been one or two of their players that have been carrying the load for them. It's all guys chipping in at different times, and we've had that up to this point, so we're going to continue to need it tonight for sure.
Lindy spoke a few times about the distractions of playing at home, and as maybe that was a reason why because of this last night. What do you think that is, and do you think we were able to avoid those by staying here?
Yeah, like I said, who knows what it is. I mean, it can be lots of different things. But like I said, we're focused on tonight. We're not focused on any other game. We got to win one game, so yeah, that's where our focus is.
Do you think about what you got out of your captain in an elimination game on Saturday?
Yeah, played great. He's been playing great all season long. No secret there. So, yeah, I mean, your best players have to be your best players in big moments, and him and Tage were in Game 6. So, no different for tonight. We're going to need everyone playing well, and we're going to have to put our best foot forward to be able to move on.
What was the biggest difference in the last game that made you guys get up to your game, play your game? Was it the speed? What was it that made you guys play, let's call it Sabres hockey?
Yeah, I think we were just dictating. I feel like for the first 4 or 5 games, excluding Game 1, we were letting them dictate the pace of the play, dictate the speed of the game. And last game, we were able to flip that and kind of let our play dictate it. So I think a lot of it has to do with speed and just how fast we're playing with and without the puck. So yeah, it's something that we've talked about all year, and we kind of got away from for a bit, but it's going to be huge tonight.
Coach?
You guys wearing those black and reds tonight? Switch it up.
Yeah, switch it up. Coaches win the assortment today, some blue, some black.
Lindy, how did the, changing things up at home go for your team? Have you been happy with what you've seen so far with the guys?
Everything's good so far. Guys are loose and we're ready to go.
Game 7, there's very little penalties. What do you think that is?
Yeah, well, I think there's added discipline because both teams know the cost of bad penalties because the end is in sight.
We've talked so much about depth and we talked about Zach. I think you used all but one guy. Just how much of an asset has that been for you? Just to tailor your lineup with guys in. It's been interesting watching it unfold.
Well, I think you sit there, you make decisions as a staff on just really what gives you the best chance to win. And every night whoever we dress, we've felt that those guys that went in would give us the best chance.
Why were you able to play like you played in Montreal? Was it the way you skated? Was it your puck decisions? What was it that let you get to where you got?
I thought we really skated well, number one. And then, again, number two was puck decisions. Made a lot of great decisions in the game. Played behind them, make sure we got pucks deep. When you do that, you typically don't give up a lot. And every time you get it deep, you're giving yourself a chance to create something. Just really like the first goal of the game again.
So much of Game 7 tends to get magnified. How important is it if you have something go against you, or even if things are going well, to get your guys to make sure they continue to play?
Well, no different than Game 6. I told them when they came to the bench after third goal, we're really going well. Made a big mistake on our power play, giving up that 2-on-1. They hit a heck of a shot on their power play goal. But I really liked the way we were skating. I said, just stay with our game. I just felt we were going to get the opportunities.
You've been using, at least in this last game, 3D. You didn't use Bo or Rasmus on the penalty kill. What has gone into that decision? You're going to go with those three guys?
I think we're going to use more than three guys. I don't know what. Yeah, that isn't the plan. I don't know what part you saw or didn't see, but the plan isn't to use three. So.
Starting in net tonight.
One of those three again.
Tradition now.
I
at this
know.
point.
How do you explain
Next game of the series, I'm going to let you know.
How do you explain the home record versus the away record? What is it that?
I can't explain it. I've tried. I've said there's parity. The parity in the league. It's good teams playing each other. I felt sometimes, and the reason we just tried to change it up last night was, there's a lot of distractions now. You got a lot of friends, a lot of family, and just tried to, try to get away from that and just be with the group, be with each other, and wrap our arms around this opportunity.
What have you made of your goaltending in this series?
Goaltending has got us to 3-3, and our goaltenders have got us to this point. Our goaltenders got us to first in our division.
With the way the series unfolded and what your group has learned so far, do you feel like your team is peaking at the right time ahead of this one?
I think we've had inconsistency in all our series, but if you want to look back to last game, we really played well. We played fast, and we want to build off that. If you want to become a good team, you just play consistent hockey and really build off our last game and the good things we did in the game.
What have you learned over your years in spots like this as a coach in terms of the words you give your team, the messages you give your team? Like, do you sit back and let maybe the leaders take a little more charge in that regard, or how do you?
I think I've pretty well said my piece about where we're at and how we got here. And players are like a sponge in a game like this because they know it's do or die. let them play. It's their room, it's their team. Let them enjoy this moment.
A lot of these players, of course, haven't been in this spot. A couple have. I mean, how tough is it for you to stay on this moment, not have all those thoughts of all the other games you've been in this spot?
I am only going to reflect back to my last Game 7, and a lot of guys weren't in that situation either. And the moment that they had and how good it was, and just try to let the players, again, wrap their arms around this opportunity, which is, if we were in training camp this year and we're on the first day and we wanted to talk about playing a game in the middle of May on an 85-degree day in Buffalo in Game 7 to move on, we'd all sign on the dotted line.
What is it about being away from home that allows guys to stay loose?
I don't know. I just, in general, I think distraction, I think maybe guys with families, and not taken away from family life, but just really taken away from one night, that we're going to try to do everything we possibly can, try something different. It's like changing the lineup sometimes. Sometimes you just feel, man, if I just change it, maybe something better, we can find something better. I've always been on the side of let's give it a try, then just keep trying to pound a round peg in a square hole.
Was there anything more to the team staying here, like team dinner, curfew, what have you, last night?
No, nothing more than, we had dinner available. Just your typical kind of road night. Thank you.